choosing her moments in her husband's second
What's
term.
the date today,
We
Mark?
haven't seen her take on some of the more expected traditional roles
20,
of
yes?
the First Lady. At the same time,
August 20
behind
today?
the scenes, she is working on more substantive policy
All
work.
right,
So, for
it's
example,
live,
in the
CNN.
last couple of weeks during her absence, she missed the White House Correspondents' Dinner along with a dignified
All right,
transfer
she was
at Dover
somewhere.
Air Force
She was
Base,
missed
as well
in the
as
White
the funeral
House, that
of the
Melania
president's close
Trump.
friend, Senator Lindsey Graham. But behind the scenes,
Lots of
her and her
problems,
team are building a more
unsolved,
focused policy operation.
still
than her
staying
first
around
term,
his
with a
name,
focus on her
Melania
Fostering
Trump.
the Future initiative aimed at children in the foster care system and
Yeah,
children
she tried to
aging
push
out.
the
Now,
foster
the
care
First Lady has been
system
spending most of
all
her
the
time
sudden
at
on
her
our
Bedminster
society,
resort, away from the White
besides
House,
of
where
all
here it's an
problems
active
we already
construction
have.
site. You can see the tarp behind me and all of the loud noise throughout the day. But there are 400,000 American children in the foster care system. About 1 in 5 is expected to experience homelessness.
And more
upon
families
aging
with
out.
the
So
children
one senior administration
are
official told me
suffering
that the First
now.
Lady has really been thinking about legacy, and she's looking to make tangible change. So we are seeing that as she is pushing for an executive order that was signed by President Trump last year that has spurred
We'll
some
see how
action in
true
the states
this
that we're just
CNN
starting
is,
to
because
see.
this might
She's
be
also
not a
debuted an
CNN out of my
IRA-style
TV.
savings account for
I
children
see
in the
that
foster
lots
care
of
system. She's
fake
secured
channels
a
are
$25
merging,
million
or are not
investment.
emerging, they
Advocating
just
for reform legislation,
attachment,
but
you know,
I
that
spoke with experts who
attachment.
generally
We
applaud
live in
a lot of
attachment of a
advocacy in this space.
parasitic
However, some
elements
have warned
in every
that the
business,
administration's
so in on the
policies aimed at
media.
making cuts to the social safety
It
net
could be.
are undermining the overall effect of that workforce.
Because why she never explained why she disappeared, and all of a sudden she coming with her foster. She just tried to hang her foster deal. You know, first there was a movie she wants to be so popular, so outstanding, did not work. Now this foster
Here's Harry talking about that just last year.
I can't see
Oh, okay,
a
we
world
changed the subject
in which
already.
I would be
They,
putting my wife
you know,
and
it's
children
my
back in the UK at this
TV,
point.
home, we're Spectrum, you know, checking our every step. Somebody did not like my expressions, but oh well.
Despite
Already
some people
Prince Henry
have done
talking now, but
reconciliation.
what was the announcement? That foster care from her certainly will not gonna work. Besides, her supposedly husband, who is flirting right now with his another secretary or assistant, he will be out of the White House soon.
When they left the UK 6 years ago, they certainly did not go quietly, detailing their falling out with members of the royal family in an explosive sit-down with Oprah Winfrey, a Netflix series, and of course in Prince Harry's tell-all memoir. Joining me now, Trisha Goddard, host of the Trisha Goddard Show. Trisha, it's good to have you with us today. I want to start on that security issue, right? So we just heard Harry talking about that. The UK's Prime Minister was just asked earlier today about security for Harry and Meghan by a reporter who said, hey, they're moving back. What about security? He said it is a, quote, private matter and that he wishes them well with their return. Do you think anything has changed in that respect when it comes to security?
I definitely think it has, because previously a lot of the conversation was around security for Harry when he was on his own. There has been word from police that should Harry bring the whole family back, and it has.
Well, Harry and his former actress,
credible threats against them.
soap opera
That
actress,
changes the whole picture.
as a wife now, they are not a royalty. They're like detachment or attachment to royalty, more like they constantly traveling between America and Britain.
Not until they'd spent time at Alfred,
as far as I know.
Princess Diana's family's home.
And just my own personal thoughts, Henry had a lavish girlfriendship before he married. So he really had enough of those girls for a choice. What he found in this lady,
the doll must have moved somehow.
What's her name?
If this is going to take place.
The big question,
Markle,
I think, on most people's
Meghan
minds
Markle.
is why? Why now?
He having already 2 kids with her. Somebody, or she supposedly bring in a royalty lots of money, you know.
No, not at this
America,
point,
that
but I
period
really
when they
think
got
it's
married,
probably a
was
perfect
making
storm
lots of
whatever's
money. So that was
happening in the
lots of
for the
ex.
family.
So he
As
married
you
her.
know, it's
I don't believe, I less and less
that,
believe in love.
Prince Harry
You
doesn't
know,
think the
for
world
how
of
long on
Donald
this
Trump,
kind
let's
of
leave it at that.
deal will
Also,
stay
here's the
this
reality
union,
between
but they
Britain
already
and England.
not in royalty. They
In
are
the
not.
UK,
They just
we don't have
aside.
active shooter
As far as I know, I didn't do anything to assault them or a royalty. This is just the naked truth, what I know from the news, from my personal thoughts also.
The British school system at the moment. And I'm
Besides,
sure
I see
that's
how
something
boring
he's
life
been
it is,
thinking
just,
about.
you know, walk
He
around
did
forward
say
and
as well
back,
when he was
showing yourself for the
chatting to
news,
Joss
giving
Stone,
some
the
hopes
singer,
for
last
whatever,
year at the,
those who
Welsh
having a hopes concerning these couples.
you
And
know,
I'm
talking
just
about the
watching and
importance of
thinking,
community and how much he loves
you
the
know,
British
they always
schooling
were
system.
showing a
So, you know, with the
royal.
benefit of hindsight, when we look
They
back,
always
I think this
were
has
showing
probably
how
been
the
in the
royal
back of Harry's
are
mind for quite some
doing.
time.
It's also
Royal
possible that,
families.
of course, his father is
So many
cancer,
families now.
right? And we're told that Prince Charles, or King Charles rather, was told on Sunday, happy to have his grandkids closer. It seems like there is a real potential for reconciliation there. We have not heard anything from Will and Kate's camp. How much chance is there, do you think, that that relationship can be repaired?
Oh, they already
Well, I think with the,
apart?
you touched upon it, and you're absolutely right.
Must
I
look
know
like they
personally
are
living with cancer.
split or
Meeting
or-
somebody face to face and
don't know.
seeing somebody through a screen is very different. I mean,
Oh no, they're still together, as I
Charles
see.
uses makeup, as do I, to cover a lot of the effects of chemo
No,
and
but
so
I
on.
myself, I heard lots of.
Harry would have seen his father
I
face
watched
to
a
face,
lot of news
probably
that they
without all of those things, and I'm
or
sure
royalty
that makes
want
a difference.
them to
Now,
be
with
split
William
or
and
divorced, but
Catherine,
no, they're still
with
together.
William, it would
Look like they're
I think
still
things
together, and
probably
they have
got
to
a lot
raise those
frothier
two
than
little
were with
kids
his
they
father.
have.
However, we have to remember that Catherine herself has been through cancer, and it often changes one's mind. So you don't focus so much on the trivia. Who knows? But I think it all starts with his father. And, you know, if his father is willing to embrace him, although obviously William is king in waiting, it may put a bit more pressure on William to soften his heart. We'll have to wait and see.
Be interesting to see too the reception. I know obviously a buzz in the UK, but interesting to see the reception once they arrive as well. Trisha, great to see you. Thank you.
All right, what's next? Here's
A new
you
hour
see
of
on the
CNN
side
Central
Michael
starts right now.
Cohen. It's he was a former attorney for Donald Trump, but he was not happy with him. Who is happy with
America's
Donald
national debt
Trump? Do you know
ballooning to
one?
a mind-blowing $40 trillion. What does this mean for the economy and America's standing in the
Debt.
global market? We'll break
Debt.
down the numbers.
Debt.
Plus, flying high in the sky
40
could
trillion,
lead to a new
not
health
better.
low. A new study that claims pilots and flight attendants are at higher risk for radiation-related cancers. And artificial intelligence hitting the big screen. The new film starring an AI version of Val Kilmer. We're following these major developing stories and many more, all coming in right here to CNN News Central.
The U.S. now in a historic debt dilemma to the tune of $40 trillion. So that's 12 zeros after the 40. And the staggering numbers don't stop there. Less than 24 hours ago, President Trump was, of course, showing off his latest White House construction projects. Projects that the Washington Post says could cost as much as $900
See, it's with Donald Trump I have so much debt.
$600 million for the ballroom alone. All of
And
this as
same
Americans are
time
facing
that
high inflation.
sheep
Mention
Lincoln
those prices at the
did
pump,
not
no
arrive
insight to the Iran
home.
war. CNN's
6
Matt Egan is with us now. So Matt, we're talking
Marine
$40 trillion
sailors
and counting.
already
because it
tried
just
to
keeps ticking
escape
at this point.
this whole
Can you
trip,
just help us
jumping in the
wrap our
water
minds
literally,
around
how
all
bad
of that in
conditions
perspective for us about what this
were in the
actually
ship.
means, right, in
And
this
same
moment
time
moving
he
forward.
placed with the
Well, Erica, yes, this is a
supposedly
mind-blowing number,
lavish
$40 trillion.
life,
This is another
fixing
grim
his way,
milestone, reminding us how
trying
much of
to
a
fix.
mess America's finances
I
are
think
in
the
right
money
now.
not approved
Let's take
yet
a look at
to fix in
live
the
look at
White
the national
House.
debt. You can see just above $40
He tried
trillion
to
for
do
the
airport
first
here
time
in
ever.
Florida, put his
Try to put
name
this
and
in
on
real-world
Kennedy
terms. If
Center,
you want to
put
spread
his
this across
name.
the
People
entire
rejecting
economy,
that.
This would equal
who is Donald Trump
$117,000
advisors?
per person in the
Good
United
question
States.
to ask.
Another way to think about it is $40 trillion. This equals the entire economy of China, Germany, Japan, the UK, and India combined. And the Peterson
Well, it's a big
Foundation, they
number
found
to do
that
such a
$40 trillion,
debt.
this is enough money to pay for a 4-year college degree for every high school graduate for the next 119 years.
Well, maybe he
Pretty
did
well.
it for that
Now,
in
when we
that
look at the
purpose, to
trend
help
for
the
national
kids, huh?
debt, you can see that when the century
But he will
started
pay them
back in
himself.
2000,
He has to
national
find
debt
out how to
was
pay
about
himself.
$6 trillion.
But there's money.
It has just exploded higher since then because of government spending.
All right,
because of
I'm
tax
finishing my
cuts, Because
video.
of war after war, because of the 2008 financial crisis, which was around here, because
Yeah,
of the
crisis
2020
after crisis.
pandemic,
Right now,
and now
our
it is above
infrastructure in
$40
the
trillion. Now,
country
it's also true that the U.S. economy is a lot bigger than it was
going
in
through the
2000.
very
That's why we
high
like to look at debt
prices
to GDP.
on everything,
And on that
including
metric, you
fuel.
can see, again, things are moving in the wrong direction, right? Debt to GDP in the 1960s was around